Frugal Travelista here. I was just literally attacked by a bee. I think that's a bee thorn in my temple. I don't know what happened. He just came out of nowhere and he was not. I've never been stung by a bee and it hurts. I hope I'm not allergic. I pray that I'm not allergic. I'm not gonna take it out right now because I have to get to my house and get some tweezers. I don't want it to be stuck in. Oh, maybe I should just take it out. Oh, this is killing me. Oh, I have a pounding headache. It was like trying to fight me, and it got me, and it just won't stop stinging my head. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna faint. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. This is how bad it hurts. Just try to take this thing out. They say you can't get the whole thing out though. Oh, it's not even in there. Wait, what's it? Yeah, I can't really see it. Oh, shit. Oh, this thing is... Oh, and it's getting puffy. Oh, that's the whole thing. Just that little bitty... Is that what a bee needle looks like? Oh, it hurts. It's making a bump. Ah, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts to walk, it hurts. Everything hurts. Okay. So I did forget the oil my mom sent with me. My mom believes in doTERRA oils, and so do I. This is doTERRA. This is a little tiny emergency bottle I keep at the bottom of my case. My travel kit, my makeup kit, or whatever, you know, toiletry kit. And it's only half full, so it's a little bottle, and it's not even a full bottle. doTERRA is great stuff. And On Guard, this particular oil that my mother swears by, that she always puts in my bag before I leave on a trip, particularly this long 3-month trip I'm on, she like insisted that I have a big bottle, and I don't know where it's at. I can't find it anywhere. But I do have this one, thankfully. So I'm gonna go ahead, because I don't have any Benadryl. I don't have anything. This thing is killing me. And you can see the bump is getting bigger. I hope this is just a normal reaction. I think it probably is. Just gonna put some oil on that. I hope it doesn't sting. Can't sting more than it's already stinging. Oh. Actually, it helped almost. Oh man, that was pretty great. I mean, the pain isn't gone, but that sure did help. Ooh, it's soothing. She said she'll feel sick. Yeah, I mean, the pain is still there. I feel it. It's just not like radiating like it was. Maybe it's going down a little bit. Certainly doesn't hurt as bad. And that On Guard stuff works. Like, took the pain. It was like... Bee sting, you're not gonna make her day terrible. I'm gonna take the pain. and yeah, I feel better. I got here, I did a quick Google search on like how to treat a bee sting, and the first thing they say is remove the stinger immediately, and I of course didn't, because I was afraid if I tried to pull it out with my finger, something would get broken in there, and so I was worried that I would leave a part in. So I was trying to get home to get to some tweezers, but then that meant I left it in all like 1.5 minutes or something. Second thing it said is remove the stinger and then take a Benadryl or take something for an allergic reaction. Dun, 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 dun. Thank God for emergency bottles of On Guard. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. doTERRA is not paying me anything. They don't pay my mother anything either, but she swears by him. She has like gotten so many people we know to use this, and I see why. Like, I see why. I think maybe that bee came and tried to get me because my hair looks like little honeycombs. Maybe. I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, came out of the blue and was like, I'm gonna get you today. I'm gonna get you today. I mean, that's how it was acting. It started because I felt it like hit me, because it like hit the back of my head. And then I was like, what is that? And then I saw it and heard it. And so I was like, oh, 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 oh. And I was doing all this in the street and people were looking at me and I'm doing it. And the bee was like, and I was like, ah. So I started to run and the bee was following me. And I was like, ah. You know, like this, but running at the same time. And I was like, ah, and then it hit me right here and I felt it, but it didn't sting me right away. And then it hit me again right here. It's like it was trying to get me in the temple. And then I felt it. And I was like this. And I didn't know what to do. So I whipped out my camera and I was like, Frugal Travelista here. I've been stung by a bee. I think it's going down. Do you think it's going down? I think I'll be all right. I think I'm gonna live. So Frugal Travelista here survived her very first bee sting as she was traveling, huh? At least it was not a dull story. I could have been stung in Omaha, Nebraska, but instead I was stung in Pretoria, South Africa. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead, I'm gonna add this to my travel adventures. My travel adventures. And I'm always gonna bring On Guard. Forever travel with On Guard. Hey, good morning. So it's the day after my bee sting. As I mentioned yesterday, I put the doTERRA oil on there and it helped to kind of suck the pain out pretty quickly, which is great. And I actually didn't put any more on the rest of the day. Probably should have been better about putting my On Guard on yesterday. More than once. I should have done it twice at least. But I'm gonna do it now. And it's a lot to just it's kind of a fast moving liquid there. But I could breathe it and I could eat it. That's the thing about doTERRA. The quality of the oil is so high that it's ingestible grade, food grade, which is not true for most essential oils. Doesn't taste good. Okay, so I just put a little bit on there. I'm actually gonna lick half of it off. Because internal ingestion of On Guard can help with a variety of things. It can help with cold and flu symptoms. It can help with canker sores. It can help with I don't know what else. I've never had to use it for a lot. I just take it because my mom tells me to, and because it helps. Like if I feel like I'm coming down with sickness, that's what I take it for. But I'm sure there are other things. More experienced people can tell you that how to use this stuff. If you want to buy it, clearly I'm trying to sell it to you because I keep talking about it, but that was never my intention. It's just because I believe in it. If you want to buy it, you can from a licensed doTERRA vendor. Don't buy this stuff online. In fact, I was inclined one time to buy some online because my mom was traveling and I couldn't get to her before I had to take a trip. And I was reading the reviews. Somebody bought it on Amazon, which is where I went to go buy some too. And some of the reviews were like, I've been buying doTERRA for 5 years. And when I received this bottle, it clearly was a refilled bottle. Don't do it. You have to be able to trust what's inside the bottle. You're putting it inside your body, on your body. I would not recommend it. Buy it from a licensed doTERRA dealer, seller, vendor, and that's it. Oh, by the way, my mom happens to be a licensed doTERRA vendor because she was buying this stuff and for her own consumption. And when you do that, you might as well just get a good deal. And then she was telling everybody about it, so then she started selling it. And it's not like her living or anything, but definitely, I mean, I buy bottles from her. So hey, she's my hookup. She's my dough woman. She's the dough pusher. The dough pusher. The dough. Get your dough from Jackie, my mama. Get your dough. And it's expensive dough too. Just joking. Let me stop. Anyway, I'll come back and give you an update of my eyeball. Not my eyeball, my eyelid. Alright. Bye. Alright. Frugal Travelista here. My eyelid's no longer swelling, but I definitely have something happening right here. Can you see it? I can. So I'm just getting back to my apartment, and I put the On Guard on this morning, as you saw, because I had a puffy eye lid here, and then that went away really quickly after I put on the On Guard. But I'm not taking the On Guard with me as I go throughout the day, because I don't want to waste it or anything like that, and I only have this little half bottle. And I definitely felt like I needed it at one point today because it was beginning to itch. And now that I'm home, I can actually see that it's puffy. So I think this bee treatment's gonna be a bit of a saga, unfortunately. I just woke up and this is what my face looks like. I actually don't think I got the whole stinger out. I think that part of the stinger is still in there, to be honest. Because I don't understand why every time I go to bed and then I wake up, my face is more swollen. Look at this, look at my eye. It's not good. Not good at all. Is this normal? Is this how bee stings work? I can't even open that eye all the way. I look like a monster. Monster. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the pharmacist today and ask them for some medicine because I love the doTERRA. It's been helping, but something happens at night, like when I wake up. The next day I just think the stinger is probably still in there. Or maybe I'm allergic. Maybe I'm allergic to bee stings. That could be what's happening here. Hey, Frugal Travelista here. So I ended up having to go to the pharmacist to get some medication for my eye because, as you saw earlier, it was puffy. And it's still pretty puffy. You can see it. It's a lot better. I've been putting doTERRA on it all day, but unfortunately, just don't think the doTERRA is going to do it all by itself. The reality is that I think I'm allergic. I'm allergic to bee stings. Because I went to go talk to the pharmacist and I said, yeah, I don't think I'm allergic. She said, obviously, you are allergic. I said, no, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I don't have many allergies. She said, obviously, you're allergic. Obviously, you're having an allergic reaction. Obviously. It's like, okay. So she recommended an antihistamine. So that's what I've got. She gave me a prescription for it and everything. I just walked in and I got a prescription. She looked at my face and was like, here, take this. So it's just pills. Just took my first one 3 minutes ago. So we'll see how I look in 2, 3, 4 hours. Hopefully I look better. Not cool. My poor face. Darn bee. Who's that bee think he is? Anyway.